Greetings. This is Paul the Poke from PaulthePoke.com. Today's topic: Libya invites Turkish troops. We are December 2019. We are New Year's Eve. This actually happened a few days ago. Scripture references out of Ezekiel 38, verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Put, emphasis on foot, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. And these are Noah's grandchildren, the sons of Ham, by and large, settled in Africa. Historical Put is a country that will join Russia, Turkey, Iran, and others in their future invasion of Israel, per the prophet Ezekiel. Put or foot means a bow, a nation and people of northern Africa, probably Libyans, and that's per Strong's Concordance. Consensus among researchers and scholars has noted that Put is modern-day Libya. So the ultimate issue is oil and natural gas. Libya has the largest oil reserves in Africa. Production is approximately 700,000 barrels per day. And with political stability and safety, production could increase to 2.5 million barrels per day. Libya is also the main gateway to Europe for African immigrants. 6 billion pounds, British currency, a year are made in trading humans across the Mediterranean Sea. And Italy's less than 300 miles away, so it's not very far to get people into Europe from Italy or from Libya. Vladimir Putin looks to control the flow of immigration as a political tool against Europe. So that's also a factor in some of this. Now, Russian forces have been in Libya since March of 2017. And Russia supports General Khalifa Haftar of the Libyan National Army, that is the LNA. And General Haftar met with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Moscow in November of 2016. So this happened up to 3+ years ago. Which brings us to today. Libya's Government of National Accord, the GNA, as opposed to General Haftar's LNA, the GNA has requested Turkey's military support, and the GNA has the support of the United Nations. President Recep Erdogan of Turkey intends to present legislation in early 2020, January 2020, to Parliament. Here's a quote from President Erdogan of Turkey. Since there is an invitation from Libya right now, we will accept it. We will present the motion to send troops as soon as Parliament resumes. God willing, we will pass it in Parliament on January 8-9 and thus respond to an invitation. Again, that's President Erdogan of Turkey. So he sees it that he's being called to send troops into Libya on behalf of the GNA to oppose Russia-supported LNA. And Erdogan went on to further state the following: they are helping a warlord, that being the Russians. We are responding to an invitation from the legitimate government of Libya. That's our difference. And so if you want to look into the details of this, this is from AlJazeera.com. Erdogan announces plan to send troops to Libya. Here's the link. Click on that, and you can read all kinds of details as to how he sees this and some of the intricacies and delicacies of this particular situation. Which, here's a map of Libya from Live View map. Now, the red that you see here in the majority of Libya, that's a Russian-controlled LNA by General Haftar. Turkey wants to support Libya's GNA, and the GNA would be the Government of National Accord, and that's these areas here in the blue. So clearly the LNA has a little bit more support than the GNA. Russia has a pretty good foothold on this, and they've been in there since, 2016 or so. And this is only going to complicate Turkey getting their military folks into Libya is only going to complicate this situation further. And again, summarizing, Turkey will be supporting Libya's GNA. Russia will be supporting General Haftar's LNA. And so it begs the question, is Libya on the cusp of being like the situation in Syria? So, part two. But the way I'm looking at this too, you've got all these factions together. Libya or foot is now in the picture, in focus, with Turkey, with Iran, with Russia, and the gang is all together. Now, they're not all on the same page yet, but they're all together, and at some point, they will move into Israel. Now, they are all over Syria. Now, the southern piece of this confederacy, or this group of countries, hasn't come so much into focus, but they're getting together in Libya, and at some point makes you wonder too whether the Sudan's going to get involved as well. In closing, we'll look at Ezekiel 38 verses 1 through 3. Focus on the brothers of Magog, Meshech, Gomer, and Tubal. They point to modern day Turkey, and Russia and Turkey are aligning with political factions in Libya, just like Ezekiel said. Now, it'll be worth watching as this continues to develop. But you can bet they'll all be together and they'll all decide to go after Israel, and that they will agree on. So probably many twists and turns in how this will play out, but definitely worth watching. So, and this will be posted under categories, Ezekiel 38-39. Click on the link. All kinds of stories posted going back, 5, 6, 7 years now, as this whole thing has been coming into focus. Troops continue to build all through the region. Keep your eyes on it. Big prophecy in the Bible. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Wishing you a happy new year. And if you do want to follow along with the posts and with the blog, you can click in this area, blue bar, type in your email address, and receive notification every time we put something out. Y'all take care. Have a great day. Bye.